Yo, what's good, guys? I hope you're all doing good and great. We are still in the part two buyer psychology, but right now you're gonna be like in the emotions, like we can say like the model five of the part two, emotional intensity and timing. So matching copy to emotional state, emotional intensity and timing. Not all emotions are created equal. Some are burning hot, they need relief now. Other are similar, uncomfortable but tolerable. Your copy must match the intensity of the emotional state. What I mean about that? The people that's gonna be going through some insane pain, the way that you're gonna be having intensity talking about the issue is not the same as somebody just want to have, I don't know, like some temporary relief of some issue that just like he just start to having it. It's not like the same intensity. So if you're not matching the intensity, you're not getting the feeling of this guy's actually understand what I'm going through. It's not understanding what I'm going through emotionally. So how we can understand that and what is the three intensity levels? Let's go through it. The three intensity levels, we have acute, burning hot, pain is present right now, urgent need for relief, low price resistance, fast decision. This is for people that's having like some pain for a long period of time and it's taking over their life. So it's burning hot. It's like making them like suffer so much they're willing to do anything to remove it. They need urgency like relief and they don't have like that much resistant about price. Just want something that's actually gonna fix the issue. Chronic, simmering, pain has been there for a while, frustration but manageable. More research, slower decisions, need activation to become acute. So this is for somebody just start just having like, let's say you went to the gym and you just like left some weight and you start having shoulder pain, but you just like on the first days. It's not something that has been with you for a long period. So the pain itself is manageable. You still want to do some education. You still want to see like which kind of thing that's gonna maybe working. You're still gonna be like, oh, this is so expensive, I'm not gonna buy it because the pain itself is not like burning hot. It's not like insane. You start having it. The more you go through it, the more painful it's gonna be starting. Like the more you're gonna show people like the consequences of not fixing it. You can turn it to burning hot, and people's gonna say, I need to fix it right now. Aspirationals, warm, no real pain, just desire, nice to have, not need to have, higher price resistance, slower resistance. All of this is most of the time just like trendy things, having the new iPhone, having a new bag, having new clothes, having something that's gonna add like some good design to my room, something to the car, something to whatever's you have, some what is called toy for your dogs to play with. All of this aspirational. There's nothing like consistently pain or anything, just like trendy stuff that people want to use to make their life not better, just like more cool. You can put it like this. So acute emotional states, I need to fix this now. What it looks like, activate present tense pain. Life is being disrupted right now. There is searching for solution today, ready to buy immediately. Example, woke up with terrible knee pain this morning. Teen has prom in 3 weeks and face is broken out. Hot flashes woke her at four times last night. Found a huge clumps of hairs in her showers. Copy approach, match the urgency in your language. Don't over-explain the one solution. Short, punchy, action-oriented, fast path to purchase. Acute copy examples, knee pain acute. You can barely walk today. Every step is negotiation with pain. You need relief not in a month, not in a week now. This is working 7 days or your money back. Order now, start tonight. Teen acne, acute prom coming. He have some prom that you need to go through. Prom is in 3 weeks. Her face is the worst it's been. You don't have time for trials and error. This will work in 14 days. Order today, start tonight. For acute people that's in simplicity, people that has been the pain in papers, like literally making their life worse. So they read an urgency solution. So you're not twisting the knife. You're not trying to make their emotional intensity. They're already intense. You just want to show them a way for relief, a door for relief. Chronic emotional states. This is like the middle. This has been going for a while. So what it looks like, pain has become normalized. They have adapted, avoided activities, lower expectation, frustrated but not urgent. It is what it is, mindset, like this is life, this is whatever. Example, knee has hurt for 3 years, you just don't hike anymore. Teen had acne for 2 years, you just the girls with acne now. Menopause symptoms for 18 months, she's accepted bad sleep. Hair has been thinning for 2 years, she wears it up now. So the big idea about like chronic is something that has been going for a while, but the issue itself, they adapt to it. They start seeing it like as a normalized thing. They don't see like the urgency of fixing it. It's just my life right now. So they don't forget about like this can be actually solved. So copy approach, your job is to activate the pain, make them feel the cost of their adaptation, show them what they have given up, create urgency from chronic states. So chronic copy examples, knee pain chronic. You used to hike, remember that? The trails, the view, the feeling of being alive. Now you watch hike video on YouTube, you told yourself you're fine, but you're not. You're not fine, you have just gotten used to less. What if you don't have to? What if you could have your knees in your life back? So we show them like the cause of what they're missing, and you want to get them to feel that feeling. I always talk to you that we're gonna talk about sensory language in the next part. But in here, you want to make them feel like what they have been missing. So for them to say, oh, I want to get back to my old identity in a simple way. Menopause chronic, you have accepted the bad sleep, the 3 a.m. wake-ups are just normals now. You have forgotten what 7 hours feels like. You have stopped supplying morning meeting because you know you will be exhausted. But here's the thing, it doesn't have to be this way. You have accepted something that's actually fixable. The key, make the chronics feel acute again, make them feel like the intensity of the emotions, make them feel like what they have missing out, and show them that they can actually get a relief. Aspirational emotion states, I want to be better. What this looks like, no active pain, things are fine but could be better. Nice to have, not need to have, motivated by desire, not desperation. Example, want to optimize health before problems start. Teen acne is mild or wants perfect skin for confidence. Pre-menopause hasn't hit hard, so want to prevent it. Hair is okay but want it thicker. Copy approach, can't use pain, there isn't enough. Must sell the vision of betters. Identity and status become more important. Long nurturing cycles. Aspirational copy examples, hair aspirational. Your hair is fine, but it used to be better, right? Thicker, fuller, more alive. What if you could get that back, not because anything's wrong, but because you want to feel like you again, the best version of you. So basically, just to get them to something that they're gonna look cool. There's no pain. It's like your hair is already looking fine. You can make it thicker. You can make it better. That's it. Warning. Aspiration buyer are the hardest to convert. Why higher cost per acquisition for those peoples? Especially like the first one. No urgency, lower conversion rate, same ad spend, fewer conversion, high cost per customers. The comparison shopping, more not desperate. More price sensitive, paying buyers pay almost immediately. Aspirational buyers negotiate, they're gonna coach checks, what's the other price? Because it's not something that need to be fixed right now. Why longer funnels? No pain pushing them to act now. They need more convincing before purchase. More touch points required, emails or targeting content. I will think about it weeks or months, not days. If your market is primarily aspirational, expect to X more touch points before conversion. Heavy emails, nurturing sequence, more targeted spends, lower urgency, equal more drop off at every stage. Or you use copy technique to create urgency. We're gonna talk about it. So urgency creation technique for aspirational buyers. Aspirational buyers have no pain pushing them, so your copy must create urgency where none existed. So we need to show how we're gonna put them to feel that there is some pain, for them to see some urgency to take that product you're trying to do. First, solve the decline techniques. Things gonna go worse, Show the problems getting worse even if they don't feel it yet. Your hair look fine today, but pull up a photo from 5 years ago, see the difference. That 5 years of slow and decline you didn't notice because it happened gradually. In 5 more years, fine become thinning. In 10, thinnings become where did my hair go? The best time to start was 5 years ago. The second best time is now. Why it works, turn no problems into slow motion problems. I didn't notice, and it's right now things going wrong, so I need to fix it. Second technique, the point of no return technique. Introducing irreversibly some things can't be fixed later. Hair fossil don't die overnight. They weaken slowly over months and years, and there's no point of return. One fossil is dead, no products bring it back. Right now, your fossil are weakening, not dying yet. The question is, do you act while they can still recover? So basically, like that, there is some turning point. You need to fix your issue before the turning point, or you're lost. To create the urgency. Why it's work is created fear of missing the window. I can do it later. If I wait long, I can do it as also. So there is no waiting. Third, the hiding cost technique. Show them what their fine situation is actually costing them. Your skin is fine, but think about it. How much time do you spend on makeup every morning? How many photos do you untags? How often do you check your face before a meeting? Fine, has a cost, you just got used to paying it. Why it's work, reframe no problems as problems you have normalized. Like your skin is actually getting bad, but you just don't know use it and you see it as a normal. Why you actually like your action itself doesn't seem like as normal. You're putting too much in makeup, you untag yourself from photos. So you show them like what actually fine for them, that's not fine for them to take some actions. The future self technique, make them see themselves in 1, 5, 10 years without taking actions. Close your eye, picture yourself at 15. In one version, you look in the mirrors and see the same tired, dull skins you have had for years. In other, people ask what your secret is. Both versions start with the decision you make today. So you just wanted to show them what's gonna feel like if they start taking actions from 5 years, 10 years from now. So for them to actually being able to say like the path. If I don't take the product today and I just continue what I'm doing, in 5 years, it's just gonna be shit. If I start taking right now, so I'm gonna create the sensory language. People's gonna be asking what your secret is, while your peers start to look like the age overnight, while you start looking young, people's gonna create. But this thing's only gonna be fixed if you're starting from today, not if you're waiting. Yeah. We have 6, the regret technique. Make them feel the regret now before the experience. A year from now, you will wish you start today's. You will look at your hairs and think it was the last year's. Why didn't I do some things when it was easier? Don't be the person. Start now. Why it works, bro? Emotional weight from future regret. The seventh one, small investments, big gap technique. Show the contracts between tiny costs and massive outcomes. You're only gonna invest this little for insane outcomes. For less than your daily coffee, you could have the skins you have always wanted. You have already spent the money. You just need spending it on yourself. Why it's work, make connections for irritations. Irrationals, this is where like the offers, like a lot of people say offer, but most of them just sell into this type of people that there is no urgency. Then like the offer is really what's gonna make or break like the copy, because people in that point is gonna be aspirational. There is not some insane urgency. They don't see some insane value. The value save is gonna be like on the price. That's why your offer should stand out. So aspirational urgency copy example before aspirational urgency. One thicker, fuller hair. Try out our growth theory for healthier looking hairs. After urgency created, your hair is fine for now, but pull up a photo from 5 years, see the difference. That's not Asian, that's 5 years of gradual frost awakening you didn't notice. Here is the thing about frost cells, there is a point of no returns. Right now, yours are weak but alive, recoverable, but every month you wait. More of them slips past that lines. You can start today while recovery is easy, or you can start in 3 years when it's harder. Or you can start in 5 years when some of the hair is gone forever. The choice is yours, but it's not a choice you can make forever. Same products, complete different urgency, So why we use like different technique. Intensity shift. Emotional intensity isn't static. You can shift it. Chronic, acute, aspirational, chronic, acute. So from chronic to acute, you lived with this for 3 years, but what about 3 more years, 10 more? What will you have given up by then? The time to fix it is now before you lose anymore. Aspirational to chronic acute. Sure, your hair is fine, but look at photos from 5 years ago. See the difference. That's 5 years of slow decline. In 5 more years, fine might become problems. Why wait? The best copy takes whatever they are and move them to urgency. So you're gonna need to understand if your audience is chronic or aspirationals. If you don't create some intensity for them, some urgency for them, they're not going to take the actions. In the direct response marketing, what you're doing, direct response, we want an actions. To put that actions, you need to switch. We already show you like the technique, you can use them to create the urgency for them to say, I need to take actions today. So intensity by pain, knee pain, often acute pain is present, active. Some chronic, adapted, avoid activities. Copy job, match acute, activate chronic. Menopause, often acute in early stage, symptoms overwhelming. Becoming chronic, acceptance, adaptation. Copy job, match acute, reactive, chronic. Then acne acute when it's why in the menopause is like in the beginners acute, because like they just start seeing the symptoms. They don't accept it, like the switch didn't happen yet. They don't accept their new identity yet that they're going through menopause. They just like say, why wake up tired? Why I have the hot flashes? Why I'm sweating? Why this? With our whys, our mind always adapts, So when their mind adapted, we wanted to get them again to not adapting, that's not normal, should not accept it, and what's actually costing them, and what is the point of no return. For the 10 acne, acute when event is coming, prom, photo, new schools, that's when they're gonna remember. Most of the day, they're gonna live with it, they're gonna accept it, like how they look, they say, oh, maybe you are teenagers, later on, we're gonna go past from that. But when there is event, or there is some photos that they're gonna need to take, or whatever, they're gonna show their face as something's essential for them, they're gonna get again to acute and intensity. Then we have chronic when it's been going for years, just adapted. Aspirationals when mild, like just like a little pimp here and there is like for people. Then they want something to make their face look more glassy, not something insane. So copy job, create, find urgency. PCOS, hair loss, renewals, often acute, panics, fears. 30s, often chronic, frustrated, adapted, they start adapting more. 40s, often chronic, resigned. Copy job, match intensity to the age, activated, chronic. So the matching mistakes, high intensity copy for low intensity states, your hair is falling out, act out, emergency. If she is aspirational, this feels crazy in not aligned, so you're not going to be acting on it. Low intensity copy for high intensity states, over time you might see improvement in hair thickness. If she's in acute pain, she's looking for relief immediately, so telling her is just going to see improvement is not what she's looking for. This is feel weak and uncertain. So what you need, match first, then shift. You're going to need to match their intensity, like where they are. You're going to talk with them on that way, then creating the urgency. Meet them where they are emotionally, then move them toward urgency. So that's it for the emotional intensity. There are just 3 acute, chronic, aspirationals. Your job to match it and to switch them to the higher one for them to start taking actions. See you in the next video, guys.